World War II was one of the most disastrous wars in human history, and like any other war, it had its reasons. Not only was the rise of Nazism and Hitler a reason, but the root of World War II is pointing back to World War I and the Treaty of Versailles. So, if you want to understand how the Treaty of Versailles made World War I, keep watching. Number 1. The humiliation and resentment of the German people. The Treaty of Versailles left the German people feeling humiliated and resentful. The War Guilt Clause placed the entire blame for World War I on Germany, despite other countries also having significant roles in the conflict. The treaty also imposed heavy reparations on Germany, which they struggled to pay. This led to hyperinflation, economic turmoil, and unemployment. The German people were angry about these reparations and saw them as unfair. This resentment was exploited by the Nazi Party, which promised to restore German pride and prestige. Number 2. Economic instability. The financial reparations imposed by the Treaty of Versailles created significant economic instability in Germany. The country struggled to pay these reparations, which led to hyperinflation and economic turmoil. The economic crisis provided fertile ground for the rise of extremist political movements, including the Nazi Party. As the German economy continued to deteriorate, people became more desperate and looked to extreme political movements for solutions. Number 3. Weakened international order. The Treaty of Versailles weakened the international order by creating significant tension and resentment between Germany and the Allied powers. It also failed to address many of the underlying causes of World War I, including nationalist tensions, economic competition, and arms races. Instead, the treaty imposed harsh penalties on Germany, which led to a feeling of resentment and anger towards the Allies. This made it more difficult for the international community to work together and resolve future conflicts peacefully. Number 4. Appeasement policies. The Treaty of Versailles and the resulting instability led to a policy of appeasement by the Western powers, who sought to avoid another war at any cost. This policy allowed Nazi Germany to expand its territory and military power. The Western powers believed that if they gave Hitler what he wanted, he would stop expanding and there would be no war. However, this only emboldened Hitler and allowed him to gain more power. The policy of appeasement was a major contributing factor to the outbreak of World War II. Number 5. Failure to address underlying issues. The Treaty of Versailles failed to address many of the underlying issues that led to World War I. It did not adequately address nationalist tensions, economic competition, or arms races. Instead, it imposed harsh penalties on Germany, which left the country feeling resentful and angry. This created an environment that made it difficult for the international community to work together to resolve future conflicts peacefully. In conclusion, the Treaty of Versailles contributed to the outbreak of World War II by creating significant economic and political instability, fostering resentment and nationalist movements in Germany, weakening the international order, and leading to a policy of appeasement that allowed Nazi Germany to become increasingly powerful. The lessons learned from this treaty and the consequences that followed have shaped the way nations approach conflict resolution and international diplomacy today. It is important to learn from history and ensure that we address the underlying issues that lead to conflict. Thank you for watching.